Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be explore a new more interested thing in SAP, explore HANA sourcing and procurement. So start exploring the today's topic. Today we are learning the different types of the list report in materials management. First of all, we'll discuss about a list report in a master data. So as we know, there are the different types of the master data in SAP. For example, material master, supplier master, info record, and a source list. So explore one by one, list report in all types of the master data. So first of all, we can go with the list report for the material master. So for that, we have to follow a path, logistic, materials management. Under the materials management, we have to go for the material master. So there is a T code for a list display for the material master is a MM60. So by using this MM60, we will be get the list of the materials for specific plant. For example, here we have the one plant which is designed for the practice purpose. Let's enter that plant GIP1 and execute. So after executing a list display for the material for that specific plant, we are getting the all the list of the materials here, like customize, standard PIP, SCRV, FERT, PIP. Okay, all types of the materials we can able to see here. Suppose again, if we want to filter this report, because we want to just get the list of the raw materials. So how to filter this report? Come back again. We have to enter here material type. So this is the one filtration option which is given by the SAP here to get the materials list here. So after executing that, here we'll get the list of the only raw materials here. So SAP has given the so many filtration option for the report. Similarly, if you filter your report again by the material group wise, then also we can able to filter that report by entering the material group here. So this is how we can use MM60 transaction to get the list of the materials or a list display for the materials for any specific plant. After the material master, the next master data that is your supplier master. Suppose we have created the so many suppliers, but we have to check how many suppliers we have created. Suppose sometimes we forget the supplier number. So how to fetch that supplier number? So we have to go for the list display for the supplier master. So path for that, again, it is under your logistic and materials management. It's a part of purchasing. So we can go for the purchasing. There we'll get the option for the master data here. Under the master data, we have to go for vendor. Under the vendor, we'll get the option for list display for the supplier by the purchasing here. So the transaction code for that MKVZ. Double click on it. Here, as you have created that supplier for the purchasing organization, will fetch the list of the suppliers by using the purchasing organization. Enter that purchasing organization and execute. We'll get the list of the supplier which is created for that GIP1 purchasing organization. Similarly, we'll get the list display by using the transaction MKVZ for the list of suppliers for the purchasing organization. Again, if you want to filter your report, SAP has given the two options here. By using the accounts group, by using the search term, we can get the list of the suppliers as per the requirement. After the supplier master, next master data that is your info record. So suppose if you want to see the list display for the info record, then we have to again follow the same path, materials management, purchasing, under the purchasing, under master data, we'll get the info record option here. That is also called as a purchase info record. Under the info record, we have to go for list displays here. So here there are the two transactions to get the list report for the info record. ME1L by the vendor, ME1M by the material. So both options we can able to use here. So let's go with the ME1L. So ME1L will get the information or info record for the supplier wise. So here let's select one supplier. Suppose if you want to get the info record for any specific supplier. So let's select your one supplier here, supplier number, enter your purchasing organization and execute. We'll get the list of the info record, which is available for this 98112 supplier here. For that, different types of the materials for the V-belt, steel, aluminum alloy, iPhone, bottle, sugar, smartphone, battery. So different material for that single supplier, whatever the info records are available, we are getting. If we remove the supplier, then we get the info record for all the different suppliers here. So you can use both for the single supplier also, as well as for multiple suppliers also. We can able to select a list display by using the ME1. After that, the second transaction for the list display for the info record, that is your ME1. Double click on it. So here similarly, like ME1L, ME1M also work. If you want to get a list of the info record for any specific material, let's select the material from the plant. Okay, this is the one material we have selected, V-belt. So SAP can showcase you only the info record which is maintained for the V-belt. For example, here you can see the V-belt info record is with the Sigma Enterprises at a 350 rupees. With a New Bombay Engineering, it's a 250 rupees. Similarly, for this supply, it's a 250 rupees. So this is for the specific material. If we remove the material, we'll get the list for all the info record for all the materials here. This is the list display by using the transaction ME1L, ME1M for the info record. After that, the last important master data, that is the source list. So again, we have to follow the same path. Logistic, materials management, under the purchasing, master data, then we'll get the option for the source list. So the transaction to get the list display for the source is your ME0. Double click on it. We'll open the list of the sources here. We have to select the material. Suppose if you want to get the list of the material for the specific plant wise, then we'll get the this kind of the source list here. So we have maintained this material for this supply. This is for the only single material. If you want to get overall source of supply for the plant, remove the material, select the plant, execute. We'll get the list of the sources for the different material or the different supplier. For one material also, we can able to maintain the multiple suppliers here. As per our requirement, we can able to maintain the source of supply. So like that, we're getting the list display by using the transaction ME0M for the source list here. So this is 4 important master data in materials management. We have discussed about a list display transaction along with the reports for all type of the master data. The next, we are going to be discussing a list displays for the all purchasing transaction for the SAP materials management. So what is the first transaction in a source to pay cycle? That is the purchase requisition. It's under the logistic materials management. Under the purchasing, we'll get the option for the purchase requisition here. So the transaction code to get the list display for the purchase requisition is a ME58. So double click on that ME58. This is the screen will be open up for the list display. Here we have to select a plant and we'll execute a list display for the purchase requisition. So here we'll get the list of the purchase requisition. We can able to filter that report. Ascending order, descending order, SAP has given the so many options here. So this is your latest purchase requisition with the date, with the purchase requisition number. Double click on it. You can able to see the purchase requisition which is created. This is the list display. If you want to change the layout, consider, suppose if you want to add some more fields here in your purchase equation. So SAP has given the option for the change layout as well here. If you want to search, suppose if you want to add who has created that. Okay, so you can able to select that created by option here. Suppose I want to add that created by user ID here. So select that field, add into our display here. Here it is an arrow. Selected, execute. Right now, created by is added under the last function. Who has created that PR? That user ID will be coming to the picture here. Like that, we can able to any kind of the changes into the layout here. So this is the one way we'll get the list of the all purchase equations here. Suppose again, if you want to see whatever the closed purchase equations are here, whatever the open PRs are here, whatever the list PRs are here, SAP has given the so many filtration options for the list report here. Suppose you want to see a closed purchase equation, select the closed purchase equation checkbox here and execute. You will be getting the list of the closed purchase equation here. Again, if you want to see item category wise, account assignment category wise, document date wise, every option you can able to use it here to get the list of or list display of the purchase requisition. After the purchase requisition, the next transaction in a source to pay cycle, that is your purchase order. Okay, so we have to follow the path: logistic, materials management. Under the purchasing, we have to go for the purchase order here. If you want to go for the list display, SAP has given the two transaction here again to get the list display for the purchase order. MA2L by the material, MA2M by the go with the MA2L transaction first by the vendor. If you want to get the list of the purchase order, then we have to select a supplier here, enter purchasing organization, and we have to change a scope of list here. So we'll get the list report for the purchase order which is created for that specific supplier here. So whatever the purchase order created towards the new Bombay engineering for different materials, we can able to see that all the purchase order which is we have raised towards that new Bombay engineering. If you want to filter your report, select date wise, ascending descending option is available here. So this is your latest purchase order which is created for the quarterly here. Similarly, if you want to get the list of the POs for all the suppliers, remove the supplier and change the scope of the list, execute. We'll get the list of all the purchase order which is created with the different suppliers here. Similarly, we'll execute MA2M. So here MA2M, we'll get the list of the purchase order by the single material. For example, we want to just see a material purchase order for this. Select the material, enter the plant and purchasing organization, select a scope of the list from drop down, that is the ALB, which is the grid report for the execute. Then we can able to see a list report for the specific material here, where we can able to track a price flow for that material here. So you can see this is the one material we built, okay, which is we can able to see a price flow here. Okay, in the January the price was 50 rupees. Slowly price got increased. Again, price is going to be decreased. So in the April, the price of that material should be not 250 rupees. This is the price flow we can able to compare for the specific material. Suppose right now you can see we are not able to see a material and description for here. So how to add that description? Again, you have to go for the change layout. Then you can able to add the short text here. Material number is there, but we are not able to see what is the description of that material. So come to that change out option. The field which you want, select that field, add into your display column. Then you can adapt. Right now, the short text will be coming here. Like we will be here. Understood. Suppose right now we want this PO number into the front side. So how to make this PO number in the front side? There are the two ways. Select, you can drop out or drag on to the first. Otherwise, go to the change layout option. Purchasing document, you can directly flow to the top side. Then now that purchase document number should be like that. We can able to change our layout as per the requirement. If you want to save that, go to the layout. Here is the save as option available. According to your name, according to your report, you can able to save that as user specific or a default layout for your execution of the report here. So this is the way how we can get the list of the purchase order by the vendor, by the material, by using this MA to L, MA to M transaction here. Afterwards, if your requirement is like that, we want to get the list of the open POs and close POs. So how to get that PO? You can execute any of the transaction MA1L, MA2L, MA2M. Then enter the plant and purchase organization scope of the list here, and then SAP has given the one more option called as a selection parameter here. So here, if you drop down on a selection parameter in a M into M, so here we'll get the option open goods receipt PO, means these are the open POs. This is the W102, that is the goods receipt exist, means these are the closed POs. So select that 101, execute. This is the list of the open purchase order we are able to see here. Double click on that. Let me show you what is exactly meaning of the open PO here. Okay. So we have ordered 100 quantity of the material, but still we have not received any single quantity of that material yet. So this is called as a open purchase order. But again, here you can see one more PO is there. Okay. Why this PO is coming under the open PO? Because GR is also posted. But why it's coming under that? A list of the open goods receipt here, because order quantity is 150, and how much received? Only 100 quantity got received. So this PO will be open for 50 quantity. So that's why this purchase order comes under here open GR for the material. Similarly, if you want to see the goods received existing PO, double click on it, select the scope of list, execute. So we'll get the list of all the POs who has done the purchase order. Double click on that PO number. Here, how much quantity order? 100 quantity. How much received? 100 quantity received. So means this PO got closed. So delivery got completed here. So next time we are not able to post any GR for this low carbon steel, medium carbon steel, nothing else here. This is the close purchase order. This is how you can able to get list of the open POs, list of the closed POs with respect to your MA to M transaction, which can be used for the list display for the purchase order. After the purchase order, the next transaction is about your goods receipt number, GRN. So it's a part of your inventory. Suppose daily basis we are posting the different types of the GRs here. So if you want to get the list of the GRs which is posted, so we have to go for the logistics, materials management. Under that, we have to go for the inventory. Under the inventory, we have to go for the environment. Under the environment, we get the option to get the list display for your GR. So MB51 is a transaction code which can be used to get the list of the material documents. Double click on it. This is the screen will be open. So if you want to enter the plan, for what you want to get the list of the GRs, enter that specific plan, and the moment type for the GR is a 101. Enter that and execute. You can able to get a list of the GRs posted for that GIP1 plan for the 101 moment type. Here, you can able to filter this report again. Go to the posting date, ascending descending order. You can able to see here. This is the latest posted GR. This is your material. This is your GR number. You can able to fetch this report date wise as well. Double click on the GR number or material document number. You can able to see goods receipt not here. Similarly, any kind of the material document, any type of the material movement, 101, 102, 201, 202. Okay, we can able to get the material document list by using the MB51 transaction code here. And finally, the last transaction for source to pay cycle, that is your invoice verification from the SAP MM side. Suppose we have to see how many invoice verification we have done. So we have to report. For that, we have to go to the again logistic materials management. We have to go for the logistic invoice verification. Under that, we have to go for the processing. There is a transaction code called as a MIR5, which can be used to get the list of invoices which is posted. Enter the T code MIR5. Enter the fiscal year for which you want to fetching the list of the invoices and the company code for which you have posted the invoice. Then execute. So SAP can showcase you the list of the invoices which is posted here. So again, you can able to filter that report as per the date wise. This is the invoice document number. Double click on it. You can able to see the proper invoicing screen here. For the Honeywell, 12,500 rupees invoice verification done on this date. This is the supplier number. This is the PO number here for the 500 quantity. So this is more about all leads to display into the source to pay cycle in the materials master data and your transactional data into the sourcing and procurement here. Right now, one more important point is pending. So how to transfer these reports into the Excel? So every time we are not going to be presenting the SAP screen. So we have to present sometimes these reports into the Excel. So how to transfer this data from SAP to the Excel? So after executing the report, right click on the same report, we'll get the option called as a spreadsheet here. As you click on that, select the option called as Excel. Click on export to. Here we have to select a folder where we want to save the data. Then enter report 2025 invoice report here and save it. And we have to allow the SAP to transfer that data from SAP to the Excel. 2 times click on allow. Now that report has been transferred to the Excel sheet. Like that, we can able to transfer all type of the reports into the SAP. From SAP to the Excel sheet, we can able to transfer that reports here. So this is more about all types of the list reports into the SAP materials management, sourcing and procurement here. Thank you. Hope you guys are enjoy this session. If you want to learn new more interested thing in SAP S/4HANA sourcing and procurement, please like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel and visit our website www.taxskills.com.